Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.
Welcome to the Rock Interview. I'm thrilled to have on a country music singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and an audio engineer, Alyssa Trahan. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
You know, it's great keeping up with you on social media, and you've got so much going between, new songs releasing all the time. You've got incredible, your videos that you're doing, the Comfy Couch Tours, which also you have guest spots from some of your favorite pets too, right?
Yes, I do.
It's pretty fun to where, you have your cat jump in. I saw Beasley on one of your videos the other night. He said, Chip kind of joins in too. But it's very cool with how you're doing your videos. And then also you recently launched a new food deal.
I did?
Yeah, tell me about this.
So it's my first ever cooking series. It's like a mini series, 3 episodes. It's called Organic Treats and Tunes. And I'm doing it as a partnership with Breedlove Guitars because I'm their featured artist for this month. And I really wanted to come up with something that I could include their organic collection guitars and then organic foods. So I came up with 3 recipes that are all inspired by my original songs. And I do the recipe and then I play a little bit of the song on my guitar. And yeah, it's super fun. I'm no food blogger, but it's very fun. So
well, I think it's so great though, and you're so talented, Alyssa, to where, not only are you, writing these songs and doing all these great things with videos and everything else, then you're doing these shows also. And I got to bring up for our viewers, if they don't know, you've been out on the road in the past with Charlie Daniels, Jana Kramer, Rodney Adkins, Leanne Womack. It's like, and you've only been in Nashville since 2016.
Yep, that's right.
But you're on the fast track, right?
I'm trying.
Yeah. And well, I got to bring this up too. You signed a publishing deal 2 years into being here.
I did. Yeah, that was pretty surreal, pretty crazy.
Well, I want to talk about this too. Obviously you started writing songs as a young teenager and everything. But how many instruments do you play currently? I got to know.
I believe it's 12. I don't really know the exact number. I'm always trying to learn new instruments too. So right. I think as of right now, it's 12.
Wow. And so I was wondering too, because I obviously listened to all of your new music and your new song that released this last, month, to where it's like, are you playing the banjo and everything on these songs too? Or what all are you playing on?
So I play the majority of the instruments you hear on my self-produced tracks. I do sometimes bring in some other people if they have a different style or they're just a better player than I am, whatever it is. And actually, a lot of times my dad will be on the tracks because he's a great electric guitar player, much better than I am. He actually taught me how to play. And it's really fun to get him to play on my stuff. So you can hear him on a lot of my music too.
That is so great, keeping it in the family. And not to embarrass you, but you're like a rock star in East Rochester. So when you go back there and play when things get back to normal and everything every few months, it's like you're on all the newscasts, the radio stations, the podcasts. It's like, how does that feel?
It's so cool. I mean, I love my hometown. I love where I grew up. And it's so cool when I go back home. People are like, hey, how's Nashville? How are you doing? All the news and radio stations are so supportive of me, which means so, so much. And it's funny mentioning my dad again. He's in my band as well, especially when I play up in Rochester. And he actually gets recognized at the grocery store now. And he's like, hey, you played Alyssa Trahan's band. Your dad, right? And he's like, do I have to get a disguise now because I'm in your band? And I'm like, I guess that's a good problem.
Oh my gosh, that is so great though. I mean, but also that you still got that fan base there. And obviously the inroads that you've made here in Nashville as well. And it kind of blows my mind too. We were talking about your videos, which, you've got some great videos out now, particularly a lyric video. And we were talking about the photos with the memories and everything. I love the way you created that image.
Thank you. That was a huge project actually, because I had to go into all these hard drives and scrapbooks with the pictures from when I grew up. Because, that was before digital cameras and things.
Right.
So we had to get a lot of photos scanned. I had to get them onto my computer. And then, I added all the effects and everything. It was a big project, but it was worth it. And it was so much fun to just reminisce on all those memories and put them in the video. It was fun.
It looked great. I'll tell you what, and all of your songs, and particularly, your latest songs that you really shines your voice through. And I know you're a Dolly Parton fan, and it's like, it's great to hear the vocals, but also for me, being kind of a gearhead and tech person, also knowing that you're doing the audio engineering, on your own songs, it's like, you can't. There's no way you can sleep.
Very little, yeah.
And then how are you doing it? Also, I understand that you're, doing demos and everything for other artists in your spare time when you're not writing songs, doing your own songs on the studio, doing the videos, doing 2 shows, and then you're doing demos for other people.
Yeah, it's a lot, but I love doing every part of it. And the saying, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And I think that's
Right.
and producing music for other artists is so fun because obviously it's outside of my normal artist wheelhouse.
Right.
And it's to play with different sounds and instruments and really bring the artist's sound out of them, because I think every sound that lives in them, you just have to bring it out through the production. And it's really just so fun. It's like a whole other side to what I do.
Well, I got to bring this up too, that, I believe you're endorsed by Kala Ukuleles.
I am.
And so you've been working with them for a while.
Yeah, I love Kala. I've been working with them since last year, actually. And yeah, it's amazing. I love their ukuleles. I play ukulele. It's in some of my original music. And it's just an amazing company to work with. And I love getting to play their ukuleles at my shows. Whenever I play shows, I'll do a stripped down version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow and What a Wonderful World on ukulele. And it's kind of become a fan favorite. So it's always a really fun spotlight.
Well, then, and also with your time with Breedlove, such beautiful guitars. And I know you've been playing those for a while. And congratulations on being their featured artist also.
Thank you.
With the current things, how often are you doing the Comfy Couch Tour?
So the Comfy Couch Tour, I started it, I believe, back in right when all of this quarantine stuff started happening and all my shows were canceled. In the course of 48 hours, I lost 2 months of shows, which is also 2 months of my income and my living. So I was like, what do I do? I was so upset I couldn't play my shows because that's obviously one of my favorite things to do. So I was thinking and I was like, well, we have technology. How can I use this and utilize this technology to still connect with my fans so it's not like everything just shuts down?
Right.
Came up with the idea of a social media tour, and I came up with the name Comfy Couch Tour because we were going to do it from my couch. It's a very comfy couch. And I just wanted it to be something super fun. I usually wear pajamas or sweatpants or just something super stripped down and comfy. And right now I do it every Sunday night. And I basically plan on keeping it going until I'm able to play my shows again. So
how incredible.
TBD, but it's super fun. It's kind of become a Sunday night tradition that's just so much fun to connect with my fans. We have a lot of familiar faces coming every night. We get to talk with everybody, take requests, just kind of goof off and have a good time. My cats show up a lot. So It's just a really fun time.
They're very engaging videos. And too, I enjoy the camaraderie you're having with your fans, but also the music. And it's just in a relaxed atmosphere. And so they're a lot of fun to watch the videos and you engaging with your regular fans, that come and join. Looking at the way that you've been doing singles, which, your new songs are just amazing and congratulations. But are you doing one new song a month? And is this building towards an album or what, Alyssa?
Yes. So right now I've kind of been following a schedule of one song every couple months, depending on, when things are finished up, when we want to release things, if there's holidays, things like that.
Right.
Right now my plan is to keep releasing singles like that and then release a full-length album either the end of this year or early next year. And I'm working really hard on it right now. I'm very, very excited about it. It's going to be a self-produced album, including the new singles I've been releasing. And it's going to be the first full-length album I've released in years. I've been doing a lot of EPs recently, so I'm very excited about it.
Well, and I think, your EPs have been so well received as well. But I can certainly see, since you moved to Nashville, only back in 2016, you can certainly see the progression of your lyrics and the music and everything else. It just keeps getting better and better. Not that your past work was was not great either. But it's like your new songs, it's just they're just really powerful. Particularly this last single, it's like that thing rocks, you know. But you still have that country feel to it also.
Yeah, it's so cool. I've been looking through my personal catalog as well, just looking at my growth, picking out songs if I want to pull any from the archives. And it's so cool to see, like you mentioned, my progression in the lyrics and the music and my sound in general. It's so cool to see, but I'll always be in country, have that country root to my music. So yeah, I'm excited for everyone to hear the other stuff I'm working on as well, because I love pushing boundaries in my songs too, and the production, just messing around with cool sounds. And I think this album, when it's done, is going to show every part of my artistry. So I'm very, very excited.
And that's what, I was going to mention as well, Alyssa, to where it seems like even with the past 3 to 4 singles that you've released, it's showing different dimensions of you, and no knock to, some artists where every song kind of sounds the same, and that's fine. And that works for a lot of people, a lot of bands. But I like it to where each song is like a different dimension, to where it's like, okay, one's a little more ballad-like, one is stronger traditional country, one is more rockin'. And I think that's great that you're able to do that, particularly when you can, produce it in your own studio.
Yeah, I love doing that. I love just showing every part of me, because I feel like artists, what makes you an artist is having so many parts of you in your sound, So I love just putting out what I feel represents me, what I love. I'm not trying to make something, quote, cohesive. I want it to be the best material I can put out. So yeah, one song might be more traditional, one might be more modern, but I think that's so cool. And then there's something for everybody on the project. Do you know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah. And I think that's, and obviously too, with the radio play that you've been achieving, and with, and not to brag on you, but, with songs released on, Taste of Country and American Songwriter, those aren't bad nods whenever they're helping to release your songs and videos.
They are not bad. That is true. They have been so kind and supportive of me. And it's always amazing just to see, a song I wrote in my bedroom, or a song that I just wrote on a rainy day come out on like Taste of Country or American Songwriter. And it's so cool to just see it have a life once it's released.
It's a far cry from some of the gigs you used to play in East Rochester, although I know you pack the house always, but, it's got to be great making these national moves with your songs. I want to make sure our viewers know, where's the best place to go for your website, social media, YouTube channel, all of that? Where should they go to find you and your music?
The best place to find everything in one place would be my website, which is alyssatrahan.com. Right there you can find my music, my videos, to all my social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, links to Spotify and Apple Music, my tour dates, news, everything is on there. So that's the number one place to find everything Alyssa Trahan.
Well, and I also have to bring up too, and some cool merch.
Yeah, I have a lot of merch. I always like to get feedback from my fans. If they're like, hey, we want to see this, I'll be like, okay, I got to go add this to the store right now. So I have kind of a lot of merch. It's a little overwhelming, but I think it's awesome. There's anything you want, it's probably there.
It's so awesome, including great music, incredible videos, so many things going, 2 shows. It's just amazing. Congratulations on all the success. Can't wait to hear more of your new songs, because I love what you're putting out already with your music. Alyssa Trahan, thanks for coming on the Rock Interview, and hopefully more great success.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.